Hello, everyone, and welcome back, and welcome to the first reading wrap up of 2026. Now, this year so far has been pretty hard. I have hit that reading slump hardcore. I mean, hardcore. Oh, it's been really, really bad, you guys. Ugh. I'm slowly making my way out of it, and if you haven't watched the previous vlog, go watch it because I'm pretty sure that's going to help me a lot. Now, on average, I usually read about 4 books a month, and usually I have a lot to talk about in my past reading wrap-ups. So far, I've read 4 books in 2 months. Like I said, it hit hardcore. That reading slump, oof, it's bad. Now, out of these 4 books, I have 1 5-star read, and the rest of them are 4 stars. Let's get started. Starting off with the first book I read of the year, which is a very exciting book for me, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so this was my 5-star read as well. It is called One Last Shot by Kobey J. Something very exciting about this book, you guys, is that I went to high school with her until she moved away, and I work with her grandmother now. And when I heard that Kobey was making a book, I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged her grandmother to get me a copy. And I wanted it to be signed. And Kobey came through with it. She gave me a signed copy. I'm so happy. Thank you, Kobey. I will treasure this forever. As I said, this was my 5-star read, and I will tell you a little bit about what the book is about. This is about Iris Clark, who's an Olympic skater, and Colin King, who's an NHL's most notorious playboy. They partner up on a new reality TV show called Icebreakers. She wants to provide for her son, and he wants to fix his reputation. Little did they know that they would fall in love. Now, I love the writing style. It's a very good writing style. And I love the duo point of views, where you get a point of view of both of them. I really, really liked how it wasn't an instant love. It was realistic. It had its emotional moments. I'm not gonna lie. I did cry during a part, and there's this person in this book who I despise. Hardcore. Every time he showed up in the book, I was like, get out. Anyways, I couldn't put this book down. And I adore this book, and if you guys can get your hands on a copy of this, I highly suggest to do so. It's really, really good. And supposedly it's part of a trilogy, so I can't wait for the next book. Now, the next book I'm going to talk about is part of my favorite small town series, which is the Win in Rome series. This is the 4th installment, and it's called In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams. This was a 4 stars for me. This is about Madison Walker, who moved away from Rome, Kentucky, to become a chef, but that dream didn't exactly work out for her. She graduates culinary school, barely, and she decides to move back to her hometown to help out her brother's friend, who's a farmer, and he's decided that he wants to open a restaurant on his farm, kind of like a farm to table, but she didn't know he did that for her. He wasn't actually planning on doing that until he heard that she was having a hard time. And of course, it's a little small town romance. You know me and my romances. I think this book was really, really good, and it's really, really cute. I definitely like this more than Beg, Borrow, Steal. There's a quote that I really liked in this book, and it is, let's see here, I wrote it down. It's, if I want to know what's below the surface of this life, I have to quit floating on the top. And that just is so true. I really like that quote. All right, so after those 2 books is when I hit the reading slump, hardcore. And I didn't pick up a book until February. Yeah, the book that I picked up was kind of a random one. I got this at a library book sale. I had no idea anything about it. I kind of just picked it up because I thought it kind of sounded cool. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this will help me get out of a reading slump. Because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm in a reading slump, I don't want to read fantasy. I don't want to read romance. I just want to read fiction. And this book right here helped me. It helped me a lot. It is Eleanor, Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail, Honeyman. And spoiler alert, she's not completely fine. At all. Now, this is about Eleanor Oliphant, who struggles with social skills and says exactly what she has on her mind, which most people don't really like. Everybody who she talks to thinks she's weird, and they don't know how to talk back to her. Her weekends are full of frozen pizza, vodka, and phone chats with Mummy. But everything changes when she meets Raymond, who is the IT guy at her job. Together, they save an elderly man named Sammy, and ever since then, she kind of went down on oh, maybe there's more to life than just vodka and pizza. Together, the three of them rescue each other from the isolated lives that they chose. Along the way, Raymond saves Eleanor from herself and helps her figure out her past. This book, you guys, contains literally all of the emotions. I'm not joking. I did cry. I was angry at some characters, and I just felt really bad for her, you know? I kind of wanted to give her a hug throughout like the whole book. Her mother was abusive physically and mentally, and that stuck with her throughout her whole life. She kind of blocked out her childhood and morphed it into something else, basically to like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, you get what I mean. The one thing that I struggle with Eleanor is that she's very, very judgmental of people's appearances. Like, very judgmental of them. Like, she judges them hardcore, and then when they actually, like, when she gets to know them, she's like, oh, why did I judge this person so harshly? I'm pretty sure that she's a little autistic. You kind of have to, like, read the book to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure she is. And it doesn't help with the abuse she suffered when she was a child, but she is clinically depressed. She figured that out kind of towards the middle-ish of the book. There is a twisty turn in this book, you guys. I'm not going to give it away, but there is, like, a little twist to the book that makes you pause and think and go like, it was that the whole time? It's crazy. Now, I gave this book 4 stars, and it did help me get out of my reading slump. So I'm very, very happy with this book. I really like this book. I will probably read this again, definitely. There are some quotes in this book that I liked, so I'm going to read them for you. I wrote them down in my fancy little book. It says, the first one is, time only blunts the pain of loss. It doesn't erase it, which is so true. Because, like, I lost my Nana, and time does blunt the pain, but it definitely does not erase it. I miss her every freaking day, every day. Here's another one. It is, although it's good to try new things and keep an open mind, it's also extremely important to stay true to who you really are, which is very, very true. Stay true of who you really are. Go and do new things, but, like, don't forget yourself, you know? The last book I've read in February is a book that I absolutely adore. It is about a 4.5 for me, to be honest with you, and I'm waiting for the sequel. I've ordered it. It should be coming any days now. I am just so excited to read it. And the book I'm talking about is Bunny by Mona Awad. Now, this is a fever dream. The best way I can describe this book, you guys, is a cult fever dream. The best way I can describe it. I could not put this book down at all. This is about Samantha, who's a student at Warren University, which is like a writing kind of school. She gets involved with the bunnies, which, spoiler alert, is a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. The bunnies are a cult. They call each other Bunny. Like, they'll be like, oh, Bunny, you're so funny. Oh, Bunny, I love you. Bunny, Bunny, Bunny. Freaking weird. Yeah, she gets involved in this cult. They like drag her into their world, and the best way I can describe it is she goes down a fever dream, like Alice in Wonderland. When she gets deeper and deeper into their world, taking part in their monstrous experiments, which their experiments are so freaking weird. I kind of want to spoil a little bit of it for you guys, so if you don't like spoilers, sorry. Ignore this. Skip a little bit ahead. They kill bunnies, like in a ritual, and like somehow create men because they want to create like the perfect guy. It's really weird. It's really weird. So the more she gets involved with them, the more of reality starts blurring at the edges, and she tries to figure out what is real and what is not. Now, Ava is Samantha's best friend, and when Samantha gets involved with the bunnies, Ava disappears until Ava comes back and drags Samantha back into reality. And with Samantha's head's all like cleared out from the cultishness, she hates the bunnies, and then the bunnies start hating her, and then they start having this like little rivalry. It's a fever dream. It's a fever dream. I keep saying that, but that's the best way to describe this book, and I love it, and I cannot wait for the sequel, which is called We Love You, Bunny. I'm really excited to read that, you guys. There is a quote in this book that I like. I picked it out, and it is called, I guess sometimes you could just go too far And you know, when you go too far, not even your friends can bring you back. I adore this book. This was definitely a 4.5 for me, and I cannot wait for the sequel. Well, that is it, you guys. These are the 4 books I read in the months of January and February, which wasn't a lot because of that horrible reading slump I've hit, but I think I'm getting out of it. And if you didn't see my previous video, go watch it, and it's 100% going to help me with my reading slump, 100%. In this coming month, I'm planning on reading some of my booktubers' favorite books. I'm really excited about that. I will probably film like little clips of me reading each book, but not like a whole thing of it because there are other videos I'm going to be filming. I will give you a little spoiler of one of the books that I'm going to read. I'll just show you it because I really like the cover. It's called Of Monsters in Mainframes. I'm really excited to read this book, you guys. That's just a little spoiler of one of the books I'm going to read, and I'm really excited for this next month of a reading of life. I'm just really excited. And yeah, thank you all for watching me ramble about things and books. Hopefully I get out of my reading slump completely. That would be great. There's a lot of books I want to read. That is all for today's video. Thank you all for watching me. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, have fun. Bye.